Support. In the Oxford Dictionary, this is defined as giving assistance to something, especially financially. The similarities with this could be contributions or donations. When people give money to someone or something, they're helping them out by getting them on their feet. Whether it be a bill is due and they need some support with it, or they're struggling to get by and a donation is given to them. In most cases, you could say the same thing with homeless people holding up their signs that need money to survive, but in some cases, it could come across as incredibly manipulative. In the case of Darkside Phil, that's why he uses it all the time, to keep saying that he needs financial support in order to survive, but as well he needs it for his quote-unquote business. But he's not like any other homeless person. Oh no, he hardcore begs into you giving him money.
Please support the stream today if you can. As simple as a like is a great way to help. If you're enjoying the show, please like the stream.
When he says give me a like, he doesn't care about the likes. He just wants people to give him financial support. The reason why is because he did 2 days of React content back to back, which honestly, him thinking he would get money off of it is beyond us.
Outside of that, any method of contribution is a great level of support. I don't have any product placements. I don't run advertisements live during the content that I do.
And that's not a good thing, Phil. And yet you take pride saying that you don't have any support. You don't have any advertisements or sponsorships. That's not a good look, Phil. Instead, it just proves to everybody that you're a failure.
Because of that, I'm reliant on crowdfunding. And you guys allow me to do what I love for a living, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, relying on crowdfunding, aka holding up the cup saying, give me money.
So if you consider a super chat or a super sticker or a membership or a gifted membership for the community, which absolutely would be great right now because of all the new games coming out, I'm sure people in the community would enjoy having a gifted membership. In fact, I forgot to set up our members goal for the day, which I hope we can hit 540 members by the end of today's both streams.
Even though he says that he's hoping for 540 to get hit, Lord knowing he's going to lose most of those memberships due to cancellations. Oh wait, no, how he calls them. They just expired, you guys. They'll come back.
Okay? Or a tip. Tips today would be absolutely great. Tips have been very slow the last day.
I wonder why he wants tips more than anything. Surely it has nothing to do with a WWE's Champions event that's going on. Now is it?
So it'd be great to pick up on that as well. Tips are a great way to help because I get them right away. I get a bigger portion of tips than other contribution methods. And right now, with a lot of the cost coming up of some of the things I'll be buying, it would definitely help out. So please.
So a lot of rubies for WWE Champions, so that way you could pull off special Hulk Hogan's for whatever event that is in WWE Champions. Right. For the business.
Okay. Tomorrow is a continuation of Armored Core 6.
Which is not really enjoyable. He just takes a good game and makes it boring.
For those who were here on Friday, I liked the game a lot.
No, you don't, Phil. No, you fucking don't. Anything something that you cannot fathom to think or even strategize in the game, you do not like it. You're expecting your chat to hold your hand all the way through. You don't care about Armored Core 6 at all.
So apparently it sucks. I hate to say it, but that always seems to be the reaction of people on the internet these days. If DSP is liking a game, it must be too easy or it must suck.
What? I'm sorry. When the fuck do people ever listen to you when it comes to if a game is good or not? Every single time that there's a good game out there, you shit on it. But if it's a game that you have no idea what the fuck to do, but you quote-unquote like it, that nobody likes it, I'm calling bullshit on this one because Armored Core 6 is fucking awesome.
And that's bullshit. Because the entire time that people were building up Armored Core 6, they were saying, oh, it's the next game from FromSoft. It's very different.
Why did he rub his eye? I have to go back to that.
The entire time that people were building up Armored...
Why are you rubbing your eye, Phil? I don't get it. Are you allergic to something?
Armored Core 6, they were saying, oh, it's the next game from FromSoft. It's very different.
Is it Jasper? Is it totally... If you're allergic to Jasper, why did you get him in the first place? Also, the whole thing with... oh, Armored Core being different because it's from software. It's their different game. It's like, Phil, they've made Armored Core way before Dark Souls.
From the Soulsborne games. It's a tried and true franchise that hasn't been around in a while. We'd absolutely like to see you play it. And
Phil, you don't care about Armored Core. You don't care about FromSoft. Because whenever Dark Souls came out, you did not give two shits about the fucking series or the company itself. But the only reason why you care about it is because of the Dark Souls. It's because of any Souls game that they've made. Armored Core, you have no idea what the fuck that is, but you're pretending that you're a fan of it when you're really not.
And, see if you like it. So I play it, and I actually really like it.
No, you don't, Phil. No, you fucking don't. It took you an hour to beat the first fucking boss. Like, I get it. You're kind of anxious because it's a helicopter, and it reminds you of when you lost your job at the helicopter company.
By the end of the stream, I'm customizing my mech for a cool color scheme. I bought the, quadruped or whatever, the 4 legs that can hover. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can't wait to play again.
Yeah, totally fun that you're customizing your mech, but are you doing anything to improve your armor, to improve your offense? No, of course not. You're just focused on the colors and the legs.
And I'm very positive. I think the only negative I even had was in the first major boss, which is the helicopter. It's a little frustrating because the game hasn't fully explained the game mechanics yet.
Even though it fully explained what you need to know within the prologue, and they teach you with the training missions. But the problem is that you're looking at it going, they didn't tell me shit. Hey, use evasive aerial maneuvers, and you shat the game for it, saying, oh my god, this is stupid. Why? I get it. You're trying to do that, and let's just say he sucked at it.
But I learned them on the fly, and within like 4 or 5 tries against the helicopter, I beat it.
Even though most people can beat it within like 2 to 3 tries, and it didn't take them a fucking hour.
And then everything else was kind of fun, smooth sailing, good progress, upgrading in the mech, having a good time.
Even though he was not having a good time, he was bored all the way through.
Right? Having tons of fun. So immediately people are like, oh, this is boring. We don't want to see Phil enjoy a game. That's not allowed. We want to see Phil be frustrated and be tortured and have a bad time.
Okay, so nobody said this at all. The reason why that they called the content boring is because he's doing nothing to make it entertaining. He's providing no commentary to bring in people to enjoy it, but instead he's just sitting there bored. Oh, I gotta do this with the mech. I gotta put on colors. I gotta do this. Oh, so much fun. And nobody's tuning in. Instead, they're tuning out to probably go watch someone play in Armored Core 6 that are having a better time.
So, because Phil likes the game, immediately it can't be a good game. And if you take a look, I'm not even kidding you, the views on that playthrough, on demand on YouTube, are terrible. Even compared to any of the games I've played recently. Seriously. Like...
Then again, he said the same thing about Final Fantasy 16 when that was a quote-unquote hot new release, and then all of a sudden, oh, nobody's watching me, guys. Nobody cares about it on the on-demand views. Even though people do care about the game, they just don't like seeing you play it because you make it boring.
It's pretty much on par with the first few parts of, like, Chrono Trigger. With the few, views.
Okay, so, Chrono Trigger. That's a game that everybody knows, Phil, and you claim that everyone wanted you to play it. They want to see you play it. Newsflash, nobody cares, and nobody wanted to see you play it.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Which, that's what he's become. He's always been Mr. Views and Mr. Moneybags. Or, excuse me, a guy who claims to be Moneybags, but he's wearing a hobo suit.
Every other game that I kind of played recently has done better. And I'm like, wow. So all that build-up, right, that people wanted me to play, I told you guys I was going to skip it, and then someone bought it for me because they wanted me to play it so bad. I play it, and it seems like no one really cares.
Yeah, thanks to that fan that gave him that fucking copy of Armored Core 6. I mean, you could have used it for yourself, whoever bought it for him. That way you could play it and have a fun time with it. But instead, you wasted it. You wasted a good, functional game on somebody that will not enjoy it and will just say that the game sucks. Not because of it's being from software, but the game's not to his liking. So, it's honestly the fan's fault, but he's going to say it's the fan's fault, when in reality, it's Phil's fault for not being entertaining.
That's disappointing. I hope that's not the case.
Well, then again, it's always the case with you, Phil, because you play a game, you have no idea what the fuck to do, and you're doing nothing to be entertaining. So, it is your fault.
I certainly hope that if you guys like that playthrough, you'll come tomorrow. We'll have another fun 3-hour stream. I've heard there are very challenging things coming up, that there is like a really tough boss in the game that all streamers are rage quitting on and not continuing on with the playthrough.
Who is rage quitting the game, Phil? Which streamers out there are rage quitting the game because the boss is too hard? Like, that's the thing with Phil. He'll always say that someone did this and someone did that, but he'll provide no names. He'll provide no evidence of it. So, it's a bunch of bullshit trying to make himself look better.
So, I'm going to continue tomorrow. Maybe we'll get to that boss. I don't know how deep into the game it is.
Even though you're just into the first chapter, go on to chapter 2, so...
But I just upgraded my mech to a different type, and I'm dying to try it, honestly.
No, he's not. He's not dying to try it out because you could tell by the way he's being animated, he's trying to put on a performance. He doesn't really give a shit about this game, but he's thinking that people are going to buy into it.
I'm actually excited about tomorrow's stream, and I hope you guys, again, will join me and give the game a shot.
Oh, trust me. I'm already giving the game a shot on my own. I really enjoy Armored Core 6, but you... I highly doubt that.
But to me, it was like, people were, oh my god, it's FromSoft. I start playing it, and the first hour, people are liking it because the helicopter's beating me. And then the moment I defeated the helicopter, it was like, alright, I'm out, see you later. And people left. They're like, wait, where are you going?
Well, Phil, don't you realize that people have things outside of watching your shitty streams? I mean, you gotta keep that into consideration, Phil. You weren't providing it a service, you weren't entertaining them, and instead, they saw how boring it was, and they dipped. I mean, my god, you gotta rethink your strategies here, buddy.
Oh, well, you beat the hard part, so now, we don't want to see you enjoy the game. We're just here to be toxic douchebags. And since you're doing good now, we're out of here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So immediately he's making assumptions about it. Also, Phil, that's not the hardest part of the game, but I love how he calls the helicopter the hardest part. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, it baffles me. There was so many people asking me to play Armored Core.
Not really, Phil. It was only one person, and that was the person that gave you the damn game.
You must play Armored Core. You must not skip Armored Core. And I play Armored Core, and I'm liking it. Oh, well, now we're moving on. The game sucks.
Well, Phil, only one person asked for it. No one was asking for Armored Core 6 from you. It's the same thing with Diablo 4. Nobody was asking you to play it. Amnesia, you had 2 to 3 people asking you to play it, but when you didn't play it, then all of a sudden they tuned out. And then you started playing it, they didn't come back. It's the fun fact about Phil. Every single time that he says that people are wanting him to play this game, or any game that's out there, immediately provides no evidence of it. It's like, Phil, nobody was asking.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, we want to know what the fuck happened? You're making shit up.
It's such a ridiculous thing. It is. I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous when that kind of attitude hits, or, it pisses me off.
Oh, it pisses me off when nobody sticks around to play this hot new release, even though nobody asked for it.
I said I was going to take the time to put it into the schedule, because you guys wanted it. And then I get that kind of response when I play it.
Yep, he's putting all the blame onto his audience, saying that it's the audience's fault for requesting him to play it. Phil, it's not your audience's fault, and it's not their responsibility to figure out what you should play next. That is your job, in quotes, job, as a streamer, as an entertainer. It's like going to a stand-up comic and they're looking down at the audience going, hey, what should I joke about, guys? What should I make a joke about? Oh, come on. And he pulls out like a notepad and a pencil and he's like, okay, I'm going to make a joke about, I don't know, ice cream. I'm going to make a joke about this. Nobody would be interested because it just shows that you're not doing anything that's entertaining and you're expecting your audience to give you said entertainment.
Because I'm liking it. Again, if I hated the game, if I raged and I shat on it constantly, probably people would like it more.
And that's subjective, Phil. There are some people that saw you raging at fucking Final Fantasy 16 and they dipped the fuck out.
And that's what pisses me off too, because it's like, do you really want to see me just lie?
Phil, you constantly lie. What the fuck are you talking about here? Oh, I'm an honest variety content streamer. No, you're not, Phil. That's a lie right there. But you saying that you would lie that you enjoy the game, Phil, you lie about everything. And yet you're expecting people to believe the lie. That is like classic Phil right there.
Would you like me to just sit here at every game and act upset and get my blood pressure up and scream like an idiot?
Well, you do that quite a lot with Street Fighter 6, so...
Is that what you want? You want a character? Like,
Phil, you proclaimed the old Phil as a character, and you still believe that you're playing a character, when in reality, we're not seeing a fucking character. We're not seeing someone acting for a performance. We're seeing the real you. We're seeing Philip Burnell. But you wanted to say that that's a character. And now you're saying, oh, people want a character. Like, what really do you want, Phil? Oh, right, I know exactly what you want. Easy money for little to no effort.
How dumb can people be to not understand that people who do that on the internet are a character?
Well, then again, it sells, doesn't it? And some people actually know that it's a character. For fuck's sake, you thought Uncle Roger was a real person and not a character.
It's not genuine. It's just people acting up to get attention from other people on the internet.
Well, Phil, you actually admitted that your reactions for Tetris 99 or just any game in general was hamming it up. So you did say that you're hamming up reactions, but it's still you, not a character.
So why do you want that? This is me being honest and genuine about games, and in a lot of cases, I'm enjoying the games I'm playing today.
No, you're not, Phil. The genuine, honest Phil is the guy that stares at the TV, bored out of his fucking gourd. That's you. When you're trying to make up commentary or try to make jokes, that's not genuine. That is not you. That is not the honest Phil. Like I said, the honest Phil is just the guy that stares at the TV, does nothing, and provides no commentary. The bored Phil.
What's the problem with that? Really?
Well, the problem is that you're, boring!
What is the problem with someone being real on the internet? Sorry that I guess you want to watch cartoons. Well, there's plenty of cartoons out there you can watch.
Phil, the way that you are, jerking yourself around on the streams, you look like a goddamn cartoon character. The way that you make silly noises makes you sound like a Daffy Duck cartoon. Sorry to tell you this, Phil, but you're trying to be entertaining, but you're boring in the process.
You know, the brain dead idiots watching them. Go ahead, watch a cartoon if you really want. I mean, but I'm not a cartoon.
Well, the difference between a cartoon and you is that a cartoon is actually more entertaining than you are.
It does upset me that people act one way and then give the people what they want. You give it to them. Oh, we hate this. What?
Then again, you never give the people what they want and they still hate you.
What? I guess I should. Okay. All right, ready? Hold on. I got an idea. You ready?
Oh, god damn it. He's going to pull up his fucking little animations, that backdrop that he has to try to make himself look funny.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's even worse.
Today on the Level 1 podcast, we talk about how Armored Core 6 is the most overhyped piece of rotten dog shit, petrified dinosaur turd I've ever played. All this and more on today's show.
Yeah, you're trying to be funny with it, Phil, but it's not working. Instead, it just made me want to punch that fucking Level 1 podcast intro out the way.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, but it did not stop there when it came to Armored Core 6. Instead, he kept that shtick going, saying that everyone hates him for playing the game they dip. So now he's going over to the ones that watch him rage, like he did back in the olden days. Wonder how that's going to turn out, guys.
But I'm not even kidding you. The response I'm seeing to me playing Armored Core 6 was, oh, well, it was a FromSoft game, and we were expecting Phil to fail endlessly and rage at it as if it were Dark Souls. He's not doing that. Therefore, this is not fun, and we're moving on, and we're not going to watch or support it.
Funny how he changes the story within, a few minutes from that. But no, when people are seeing Armored Core 6, not from you, but in general that, hey, it's been a while since we had an Armored Core game from FromSoft. So it's really good to see that they're bringing it back. And people are liking it. It's one of their highest acclaimed games in all of its existence. But Phil doesn't want to look at the positives. No, he's going to look straight to the negatives that's affecting him. And he's dumbfounded at his own stupidity.
That I don't understand. Like, why do I have to not like a game for there to be enjoyment? Why can't I actually enjoy something and then have it be quality?
Looking at Final Fantasy 16, you did not enjoy that game in its entirety, but yet you still played it anyway for quote-unquote quality. Sorry, Phil, but that was not quality product. Instead, it was just you making an ass of yourself and just showing that you hate the game, but you're going to play it because you hate playing it.
Why are so many people on the internet based around toxicity and negativity instead of actual genuine joy?
Huh, sounds a lot like you, Phil, projecting your toxic negativity onto other people's joy.
That's what gets me.
Huh, does that really get you, Phil? To be negative and toxic towards your own audience? I think it does.
On YouTube right now, if I made a video that said, this is the absolute best game I've ever played and you must check it out. And if I also made a video that said, this is the absolute worst game I've ever played and you must avoid it like the plague and here's why, let me rip it a new asshole, the negative video will get 10 times more views than the positive video.
Depends on what the game is, Phil. And yeah, I'm going to bring up your Homefront the Revolution video. That game was complete dog shit, But the reason why, it's because it was not that good of a game, and people like ripping that game a new asshole. But the problem, Phil, is that you've done this before, where you're hyping up a game, calling it the best game you ever played, but then that high praise gets immediately turned around when there are other games that you played. Midnight Fright Express says hi, proclaimed it to be one of the best games you've ever played, but then when you did your top 10 best games list, you didn't even put it in the top 5. Instead, you put it at like number 8 or number 7, and you gave the praise over to God of War Ragnarok. And the same thing can be said about like any game that you put on the negatives list. Nobody cares because your shit takes are always going to be shit takes.
And I can outright show you evidence of that. Not skewed statistics, but realistic ones.
Oh, right. I forgot. He brought up statistics when it came to, like, game sales. And then he brought up Final Fantasy 16 for some fucked up reason.
All you gotta do is head over to my old edited content channel, KO Gaming.
Phil, that was not really edited content. That wasn't even done by you. It was done by other people. And what you thought editing was flashing up the fucking text and big fonts covering up the gameplay. And that was it. That's all that it was. Just you cutting up different parts of the video or the games that you played, and you just put it into a video and you thought that was good quality.
I made a video about how Homefront The Revolution was the worst game I had played to that point.
Huh. Funny how I brought that one up.
And that video got over 1 million views within a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, because that game was really fucking bad, Phil.
Then I made a video about how Uncharted 4 was my favorite game of the year, and here's why.
Even though that game, in my opinion, was not the best game of 2016. There are other games out there that say hi. Stardew Valley, Doom 2016. I mean, they both say hi.
And that video pulled in a couple tens of thousands of views.
Well, the reason why is because people already gave it its roses and tulips already. They were already kissing the game, giving it high acclaim to begin with. And when you did it, the party boat was already sailed off.
And that was it. That's the divisive difference between positivity and negativity.
Even though you're focusing more on the negativity.
Enjoyment and toxicity and hatred.
And you have no enjoyment for anything, and you have to be a toxic, hated asshole.
I don't get it. In life, I would much rather be doing something that I enjoy than something that I hate.
Okay, Phil, so if that's the case, then play a video game off stream. Because you love gaming, right? You don't look at gaming like it's a job. Go pull up a video game. Pull up a random retro game. Mario Brothers 3. Pull that up and play that off stream. Oh, right. Forgot. You can't do that because you made that fucking comparison that it's a mechanic. That you're a fucking mechanic and that you don't enjoy building cars outside of your job. Even though there are people that enjoy doing shit outside of their job, even though they're doing their job outside of it. That was your comparison, Phil. And you still believe that, and you don't enjoy gaming outside of it, unless you're watching your wife play Skyrim for the millionth fucking time.
I would much, much rather play a game that I think is one of the best games I've ever played and share that with you than play a game that I think is a piece of overhyped, underdeveloped, unfinished dog shit and rip it a new asshole.
Phil, you already did that with Final Fantasy 16, and people did not like that opinion. And yet you're playing a game that people are already hyping up, and it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. Because other people out there that are more successful than you are, with better opinions about the games than you do, already could say it a lot better than you.
But that's supposedly what people want to see, and that's what I don't understand.
Well, your opinions about any games are terrible. I would rather watch someone that actually gives a fuck about gaming and actually give it its fair criticisms. I mean, Some Call Me Johnny says hi. He plays games that are either good or bad, and he gives it a fair criticism. You do not.
Why did so many people on Earth become so fucking negative and toxic?
I wonder the same thing about you, Philip Burnell.
What happened to humanity?
Humanity changes throughout the course of history. There's always the actions that start off from influence, the influence being the root of good or evil, and that's where our story begins. I mean, for fuck's sake, if you want to go religious, start it with a fucking tree!
Was it always like this? Because I can tell you, back in the day, when I was doing YouTube videos, it was a mix.
How is it a mix, Phil? How is it a fucking mix?
There definitely were people who were along for the ride, and when I played a great game, people loved that feeling.
Well, back in the day, Phil, if we're gonna go back to your history of when you were part of YouTube, you actually gave somewhat of a fuck about gaming. That was the reason why people liked you in the beginning. But throughout the ages and the years of you being on YouTube, you changed for the fucking worse.
Of me enjoying a game and having a good time. My Game of the Year contenders always had the biggest views and big engagement, and everyone loved them.
And that's very debatable, Phil. There's a lot of games that you played that you liked but no one else liked, and you played games that everyone else liked but you hated. Like I said, it's all a matter of subjectivity, buddy.
Now it's like, if because I rarely try to play bad games, oh, well, he's not raging anymore, so we don't care.
Phil, you played games and you called them bad. Like I said, Final Fantasy 16. I will keep bringing this point up. The game is regarded as one of the best games to ever come out in 2023. But you looked at the game, hated the controls, even though people praised the controls, hated the story, while people liked the story for the most part, and you hated the characters, even though people liked the characters. Any game that people can find good, you'll find a way to make it negative. That you want to spin it around for a negative, either blaming the company or just blaming the designers of the game. That's always your motif, Phil. It always has been.
Like, what? It doesn't make sense to me.
What's not to make sense of this, Phil? Like, I really want to know what's not to make sense of it. It's that there's always going to be a bad game out there that people will shit on, and the way that they do it is entertaining, but you provide no source of entertainment.
I'm very upset about this. I am. Because does this mean that I'm not allowed to just enjoy what I'm doing anymore?
Not saying that you're not allowed to enjoy anything anymore, Phil. The issue here is that you're not enjoying it. You do not find gaming to be enjoyable anymore. And you're looking at it as a job, and you're bored.
I want to enjoy myself.
Oh, you definitely did on May 1st. Yep. I'm not going to be reminded of that anymore. I'm moving forward.
I want to enjoy Armored Core 6. So far, I like it.
Yeah, but you're bored throughout playing it, so...
I'm sure there'll be parts coming up that will be rage-inducing and challenging.
Yeah, you're hyping this up, but you're over-promising and under-delivering like you always tend to do.
But I'm actually having a good time with the game.
Not really. You're bored.
So now every time I play it, I have to expect that people aren't going to show up and support, that it's going to have terrible views because I like it?
Phil, if you cared about the game, and if you cared about the enjoyment of the game, then stop worrying if people will show up or not. It's always going to be a thing, Phil. There are times where a lot of people will show up, and there's times that people will not show up. Like I said, don't let that be a factor to why you can't enjoy something. It's like if I started streaming and I had 50 people showing up, that's not going to stop me from enjoying what I'm doing. But you're looking at it going, I'm not getting that 200 viewers. Oh, wait, I should have 300. Why am I getting 200? Nope, this game sucks now.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, Phil. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
But if I hated it, and if my first video was, oh my god, the first boss is impossible, and these game developers are assholes for making it this hard.
Even though that's technically what you did, because you kept saying that, oh, From Software doesn't know what they're doing.
That video would have had 20,000 views.
Well, then again, you're over-exaggerating your view count, like you always tend to do, trying to inflate your ego.
Right now, want to know how many views it has? 2,000 views on part 1.
Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. It happens, Phil. You get lucky with some of the views out there. There are videos I have that don't have a lot of views, but you know what I do? Don't care. Because if people like my content, they'll like the content regardless. I'm not going to force my audience to go watch my videos like you're forcing them to do. That's you every single time you make a new series to do and it's not catching on. Sorry, Phil, but a lot of people have their subjective takes of what's good and what's bad.
So what the fuck is wrong with people?
Phil, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't worry about what other people are thinking, what they're doing. You need to evaluate yourself. Figure out what the fuck is wrong with you first.
Honestly, why do people only want this negativity? I don't get it.
Phil, focus on yourself. Don't worry about other people. That's the problem with you. You're always worried about what other people are thinking about you, which makes you fucking paranoid.
That's what irks me about Armored Core. And listen, I get it. If you watch me play a fighting game, if you watch me play a Soulsborne game, or maybe a first-person shooter online, and I'm raging, there's hilarity there. I get it.
Not really hilarity, Phil. It's just you getting overly salty and blaming the game for your fuck-ups. Not really much entertainment could come from it, because you can handle so much salt until you have to go to a doctor to tell you, hey, you might have a heart problem. Stop ingesting so much salt.
I understand it too. I like the fact that people tune into me for different reasons. But I don't think that just because I like a game, now my playing of that game, I should expect it to be like a big reduced amount of attention and success and support.
Phil, Business 101. Whatever you do, you'll either have your success and you'll have your failures. Learn from your failures and move on from it. If you can figure out what you're doing wrong with it and improve from it, maybe you might have a chance to become successful. But the problem is that you're looking at the failures as their fault, as the people watching you, your audience. You're blaming your audience for something that is something that you could fix easily. No one else can fix it but you, Phil, but you want to point it to someone else's, problems.
Because I like it. That's insane.
Phil, your logic is insane, but yet I'm still reacting to it.
What is wrong with people that they're so focused on toxicity? Listen.
Well, I can ask the same thing about you, Phil, because you're focusing on the toxicity right now.
I get it. If you want to see me not like something, and that'll happen. There'll be times when I'm full of rage and things like that. But I want to be able to enjoy games, man. I'm getting older. And as I've told you guys, all right? As I'm getting older, I'm coming to realize, right? I have less time on this planet. I'm not able to do the things I used to be able to do for the amount of times and the extent that I used to do them. Just the other day, the first time I was playing Armored Core, I'm not kidding you, these two fingers started to hurt excruciatingly.
Okay, two things with that. One, stop using that you're older as an excuse. Like, we get it. You're getting older. Everyone on this planet is getting older. Their age is going to catch up to them, and it's not going to be too kind with them unless they do something to change it. But number two, though, you're complaining about your ring finger and your pinky finger hurting. Phil, that's a you problem because you're holding a controller like an ape. I have never seen someone hold the controller with those two fingers as the fucking bumper and the trigger. I always see people using the index finger, the middle finger, for the bumpers and the triggers. But not the way that you're doing it.
I had crazy muscle pain and nerve pain in these two fingers.
Well, in this case, either go to a doctor for nerve pain or invest in some compression gloves.
Trying to play Armored Core. And I was like, what just happened?
It just means that you're holding it wrong, Phil. Either that or you do not take good care of yourself.
Oh, I think I know what happened. I'm getting older. It's carpal tunnel kicking in.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel usually happens within the wrist. What you're experiencing is arthritis.
This is a game, when I'm playing it, I literally have to be using all four shoulders and all four face buttons and the thumbsticks all at the same time to properly maneuver.
No, Phil, that's not how you're holding it. You know, back right here, that's not how you're holding it. Instead, you're putting the other fucking fingers, your ring and index finger, on the trigger and the buttons. That's what you're doing. We've seen it.
And all four face buttons and the thumbsticks all at the same time to properly maneuver.
Also, no, you don't, Phil. That just sounds like a skill issue.
So I'm holding onto this controller in a way that usually I don't have to when I'm playing other games.
Well, you're holding it weird because you thought that that would help. Phil, that does not help. It just shows right there that you suck at the game, and why you're playing it, I have no idea.
I'm actually getting pain shooting up my arm.
And again, the last time you've ever experienced pain shoot up your arms when you're playing Hotline Miami.
Right? So, with all these things happening, I got to take a look at my time, and especially now that I'm a full-time streamer, I have to make sure that my time being used is meaningful.
Phil, the times that you're spent streaming has never been meaningful, but yet you're proclaiming it to be meaningful. But then again, that word has lost all meaning in and out of itself.
I can't play every old game that is a piece of dog shit. Why do you think I don't play every knockoff Soulsborne game?
Even though you kind of did with Neo, but you really liked Neo.
In the last couple of years, you guys said, why don't you play Remnant? Why don't you play Thymesia? Why don't you play...
Wait, oh, Thymnesia. Okay, I thought he said Amnesia for a second, but he already played those. Thymnesia is not a bad game, but he just doesn't want to play it because it's not free.
Hey, what was the one with the
Or if it was free, then
robots last year, right? Why don't you play this one? Why don't you play that one? Are you going to play Liza P? Are you going to play Lords of the Fallen? Hey, why don't you play it? They're all knockoffs.
Phil, you said that you were actually going to play Liza P. You actually admitted that you're going to play it. So now you're calling it a knockoff, so you're admitting to playing a knockoff.
They're all trying to be Soulsborne.
And there's a difference between trying to be and paying homage to it. All those games that are, you're saying that are tryhards to be like Soulsborne games, they're paying homage to the series, paying homage to the genre. But you don't seem to get that at all.
You understand? So if I'm going to play Soulsborne, I'll actually play Soulsborne.
Then again, it just shows that he's a shill towards a certain brand.
I'll go back to Elden Ring, and I'll continue on with my run in the game that actually is the name brand.
Even though nobody asked him to play Elden Ring.
Why do I have to play every game attempting to be what they are?
Again, Phil, they're paying homage to the Soulsborne genre, not trying to be.
I would rather focus on the good game, because that's how I think is the better use of my time.
That's not really a use of your time, Phil, because you're boring throughout those entire playthroughs. So, time wasted.
Right? I don't have unlimited time, man. I'm getting older.
Again, Phil, we get it. We know that you're getting older. Stop saying you're getting older.
I'm not 25, 27 years old pumping
Even though back in those times you actually were still toxic.
out videos on YouTube. I'm 41. I got to make the best use of my time that I can. So I'm going to play games that I have vested interest in, or you have an interest in, you want to see me play.
Immediately he goes from him being interested to his audience being interested in. He doesn't care about what he wants to play. He wants to care about what they want to play. But he doesn't even care about his audience, because every single time his audience wants him to play something, he completely disregards it and plays what he wants to play. It's kind of a weird thing with him when it comes to his audience.
And that hopefully are going to turn out to be good playthroughs of enjoyment, not just fucking punishment and rage and my blood pressure going up and me freaking out, sweating and my head getting all red and me screaming. I gotta stop doing that. You understand?
Phil, do you not realize that people like rage compilations? They like it when people rage at a video game. I mean, for God's sake, Phil, if you were raging at a game, that would do you numbers. But you don't like doing that because, oh, I don't like doing that because I have limited time on this earth.
I have to turn into someone who's making games, playthroughs that are better. Not
better. That playing games, better. It's like, Phil, do you not know how to say words like better?
Rage-inducing worse rage quits and shit like that.
Well, then again, Phil, that's what people were tuning in for, is for you to rage at a game, to quit a game due to your rage. That's what people were loving to see back in the day. But when you do it now, it's very bad. I'm not gonna lie.
That's for fucking morons. So
It's for morons. But yet, if that's the case, Phil, then you're the fucking moron that made those fucking videos in the first place.
sorry, it just is. To see someone pump out content like that constantly, that's for an immature, younger audience. Been there, done that. I used to make that content 10, 15 years ago.
So, were you the idiot that made the content, Phil? Oh, no. You're not the moron, because you've changed and matured. Because you were better. Is that what you're going to say, Phil?
That's what I pumped out constantly, right? I didn't care about the quality of my playthrough. I just wanted to rush through, get it done, on to the next game.
Huh, sounds like you today. You try to rush through Tears of the Kingdom, which you did, and you did not enjoy your time. And that's what you're doing with Grand Theft Auto 5 for the third time. Rushing on through. I don't give a fuck about this content. I want to rush through it. You're trying to rush through all the games just so you can get to the next hot release, in quotes, and do the same thing until the next one comes out. Still haven't changed, buddy.
If I shit on the game unfairly, who gives a fuck? No one should be taking me seriously. On to the next game.
Then again, Phil, nobody takes you seriously, but you still shit on games that don't really deserve it.
Today, I am a completely different person.
No, you are not, Phil. You're the same person, but you're flaunting around like you've changed, that you become a mature content creator, that you've seen the ins and outs of how everything works, and that you changed for the better, when in reality, you changed for the worst.
And people still don't fucking get that for some reason.
Phil, because you haven't changed. That's why.
They don't understand that I have changed and evolved, because a lot of the time they don't want to believe that. They just want to think you're the same toxic idiot from 10, 15 years ago.
Phil, you have not changed for the better, and you have not evolved. It took you 4 to 5 fucking years to change to direct capture. It took you many years to go to streaming instead of fucking recording on a camcorder. It took you X amount of time to actually interact with people, but then you proclaim that to be a milestone. Oh yeah, 2017, I became a full interactive streamer. In reality, you didn't. At all. So, take all that change, throw it in the garbage where it belongs. As well as your fucking shirts, those are god-awful.
I'm not. I've grown. I've matured.
Yeah, you hit content creator puberty, and now that patchy beard, oh my god, there's gray hairs. My god, your puberty is hitting way too fast.
Just because you want to spin it that way for your own very, very toxic personal reasons.
Nice way to bring up detractors yet again, Phil.
So you can keep hate watching me and saying awful things about me and get clickbait views on your junk content doesn't make it factually true.
Wow, this whole thing went from Armored Core to, hey, detractors, you fucking suck. Wow, no transitions.
Okay?
Yeah, take a sip of your fucking toxic water and just swish it around, please.
So I've had enough of the bullshit.
Yeah, you say that you had enough of the bullshit, but yet you still revel in it.
And if I want to play Armored Core 6 and enjoy it, I should be able to.
But you're not enjoying it, though, Phil. You're bored when you're playing it, and you're hoping that your chat chimes in. It's like, no, Phil, you need to work on this. You need to work on the armor, but you still ban people.
And not have people telling me, well, because you're liking it now, I don't want to watch you play it.
Nobody said that, Phil. You're just making shit up.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? A lie? Liza, Phil?
Let me put it this way. If the only reason you ever want to see me play a game is because you want to see me dislike it and rage at it, then fuck off and don't suggest the game.
Jesus Christ, so it's funny that he's saying all this, but yet he wonders why nobody watches him and nobody gives him suggestions. Shit like this is why.
I mean it. At this point in my life, I don't need toxic suggestions. Ever again.
Then stop being a toxic asshole, Phil. What's so hard about that?
And if Armored Core 6 was a toxic suggestion, you're pretty pathetic and shame on you.
Yeah, you hear that guy that gave him Armored Core 6? That was a toxic suggestion in Phil's eyes, and he hates you for it.
Because the game actually is good and deserves to be praised for what I've seen of it so far.
But yet you're bored of it, and you're complaining that it's from software and they don't know what they're doing.
I'm not just going to shit on it because you're an idiot.
Well, you're shitting on it because it's from software, and they're not doing a good job, in your opinion.
And you want to see me get my blood pressure up and freak out. I'm not 5 years old.
What 5-year-old is having high blood pressure? How does he make these analogies? Oh my god.
Alright, I'm not trying to copy the angry video game nerd in every video I do.
Even though you said you paid homage, or excuse me, watch his content, and you were afraid to watch any more of his content because it might bleed into your content, so you did get some influence from the AVGN.
I've become my own person, my own style of content that's meaningful to me.
Meaningful to you, but yet you're saying that it was meaningful to your curated audience, so it really means nothing.
And to my audience.
Oh, god damn it, Phil. It means nothing.
Who comes by and supports me.
By supports him, we all know what that means. Ka-ching.
So I don't need rage views, hate views, and nonsensical idiots coming by and trying to skew what I play and do.
Okay, if that was the case then, Phil, then look at all those views that you had for the past, 15 years, and kind of reduce that by, maybe 500,000, like not 500,000, like 500 million? Then come and complain about it.
Alright? And by the way, I'm not saying that every person who wanted to see me play Armored Core 6 is of that mindset.
Yeah, I love how he immediately had to backpedal and be like, no, guys, I wasn't talking about y'all. I was talking about my detractors.
But it certainly seems like there was a large group, because there were people campaigning to see me play Armored Core 6 pretty hardcore.
Who are these people that were hardcore protesting that you should play Armored Core 6? Otherwise, they'll start a riot into the streets.
And the moment I started playing it, what's this? What the hell? Oh, he's not dying every 5 seconds. I don't get it.
Well, Phil, it's not because of, he's not raging. It's because you're playing a game that they're not into, and it's boring them. Fuck's sake. I'm playing Armored Core 6. My girlfriend finds the game boring. It's not to everybody's taste. But you're thinking that it's to everyone's taste because it's FromSoft, that it's Armored Core, even though you don't get two shits about Armored Core.
Right? So, there you go. All right.
Yeah, there you go. It's my detractor's fault.
All right? Please understand that. And, I just had enough of the bullshit where again, if you are coming by only for toxicity and negativity, you're in the wrong place.
Even though you're providing the toxicity and the negativity. So I think they're in the right spot.
Maybe old Phil, 10, 15 years ago, you would have been able to see that.
Even though that's still you today.
You know? You'll see some of that when I play Street Fighter and I'm freaking out and my inputs are dropping, I'm having a bad night.
Huh, I thought you matured, Phil. I thought you weren't like that anymore. That you're playing the game casually, not competitively. So it really kind of goes against what you're saying there, isn't it, Phil?
But that's not what I'm all about. You're in the wrong spot. All right? So leave. And stop trying to fucking rain on everyone else's parade.
Even though that's what you're doing, Phil. Oh, you like Final Fantasy 16? Well, you're a piece of shit. Oh, what's that? You like Armored Core 6, but you want me to see me rated? Oh, you're a piece of shit, too. Oh, what's that? You like Minecraft? Well, get the fuck out of here.
And again, if you're someone who only wants that and that you're actually trying to skew my playing of games because of that, you're not wanted here.
Jesus Christ. Is he really going out to say that, oh, we don't want your kind here? Like the racist that he is?
I'd much rather play games that are going to be meaningful, positive, fun experiences.
I certainly want.
Yeah, positive experiences, aka when his whales come out from hiding and they all get together and do a big circle jerk while giving Phil money. That's what he really, really wants. In keeping with the spirit of support, he actually went on to play Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, granted, he claims that this is a playthrough that people were always anticipating for him to play, along with Chrono Trigger, which we all know that's a bunch of bullshit. But throughout the entirety of this stream, he decided to worry about support, because without financial support, he has to go eat lunch meat sandwiches or maybe some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. What's wrong with that? No idea, but apparently Phil doesn't like to do so, so he has to beg, beg, beg.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Before we do this, I just want to stand up and stretch my legs, guys.
Oh, he has to stretch his leg because, you know, he's 41 years old. He has to stretch and move around.
Thanks to everyone who has supported the stream so far today.
Even though he's going to keep bringing up support over and over again.
Particularly, we still have 2 hours left. It would be great if we could hit the tier 1 tips goal at least. We didn't hit any of the tips goals yesterday, so it would be great to hit that today outside.
Oh, boo-hoo. He didn't reach his tips goals. Somehow, I'm not even surprised. He only did React content for 2 days in a row, and now he wants to go back to normal. Like, Phil, do you not realize that people don't have to give you money? But that's the problem. He wants people to give him money.
Of that, anything appreciated. Super chat, a membership, a like, because we're trying to hit 100 likes. I think we're at 80 right now.
Yay, give me the likes, guys. I'll blow my fucking bubbles at you.
But I just want to stretch the legs, then we'll continue.
Even though he really doesn't want to continue unless he gets that tier 1 tips goal.
Long says, how will I get unbanned from reacts if my emails don't come through? I don't know. I'm going to go to your channel. I'm going to copy your channel address. Okay? I'm going to go over to my browser where I'm logged in on the reacts channel. Then I'm going to visit your YouTube channel. Then I'm going to go to the YouTube channel as logged in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So he has to take these extra steps so he can figure it out if this person has a sock account or not. It's like, Jesus Christ, Phil, you're really that paranoid.
In on the reacts channel. Then I'm going to go to the About tab. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to unhide you from the channel. And now you've been unbanned.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He has to go through all these steps. He could have just said, after I'm done streaming, I'll look into that. He could have just said that, but no, he's like, I have to do this, I gotta do that, I have to go fuck my wife. Oh, wait, no, Tyrone's fucking my wife. Now I gotta sit there and watch as Tyrone fucks my wife.
Banned over there. So there you go. Congratulations. Congratulations!
Okay, there's nothing to be congratulatory about, Phil. You just unbanned somebody. Like, what, do you wanna... Congratulations, you unbanned somebody, Phil. Wow. But guess what, that's all you're gonna get. No money, though.
A live unbanning.
Like I said, Phil, that's nothing to be congratulatory about.
Yes!
God damn it, Phil. I already did that. Now you're making it worse. Okay, I get it, you fucking seal. Stop it.
I'm gonna whip this little bitch in the face.
Come on, Trevor. This is just the warm-up for the triathlon. Come on. Let's do it.
Why did he put Trevor in underwear? Then again, I don't want to know what Phil's thinking.
He's like, oh, shit! Oh!
Oh, right. Forgot clown mode. He's trying to get that extra money, so he's stalling by doing stupid shit like this. Because, come on, guys, I'm a clown. Give your clown some money. Wait, no tips?
Oh! Oh, no! Oh! Oh! Oh!
You know, sometimes I wish Phil could climb up a hill and this happens to him.
God damn it!
No, trust me, Phil. I say God damn it all this single time that you do stupid shit like this.
He won't stop rolling. He won't stop.
Do I have to cue some Lip Biscuit in here? Because keep rolling, 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 rolling what?
He won't stop rolling! Stop rolling!
Phil, you could have stopped this at any fucking time, but you're stalling. We could tell whenever you're padding it out.
Oh my god, he won't stop fucking rolling. Holy shit.
Give me a break.
Trust me, Trevor, I wish Phil could give us a break, but he just won't stop.
Oh my god, man. Stop, dude. Stop. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah, look, he's doing it on his own, guys. I'm not controlling him at all. Trevor just has a fucking mind of his own.
Look at this. Come on. Oh my god, he won't stop rolling.
Well, Phil, you are climbing up a steep hill or steep mountain here, so no shit he's gonna keep rolling. It's your fucking fault.
How am I gonna survive? I have no
All
help.
this mayhem, nothing to do with me.
You know, I wonder if Phil would ever do some stupid shit like this and the cops coming after him and he pulls that, you know, Michael quote of nothing to do with him with all the mayhem, even though he is clearly the one causing said mayhem.
They're trying to shoot me with a full-on machine gun. What exactly do they expect me to do here to survive?
Well, Phil, they are attacking you with an attack helicopter. That could be another thing with it, right? Oh, great, so he's just gonna go underwater. So what he's doing is still even more stalling. Looks at the fucking chat. Did I get any tips yet, guys? Or do you think this is funny? Huh? No? Okay.
Can I take this?
She's
Oh.
behind this.
This is insane. They want me to take the flame?
What?
I guess so. Oh, shit!
Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. How bad are you at this fucking game? Oh, right, I forgot. Stalling.
All this mayhem, nothing to do with me.
You know, all this noise, it's just really fucking annoying. Because it has nothing to do with the audio games. Nope, nothing to do with Phil at all.
They'll never know it's me. I think that's a pain spray, but how the fuck would I get to that? I don't have a car. I'm driving this stupid thing.
Phil, you're driving something, and my god, you're stalling.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Nothing here opens.
Well, no shit, Phil. It's a fucking fence.
I can't leave. Shit.
And this is what people are excited for, ladies and gentlemen. Dumbass shit in Grand Theft Auto.
It doesn't open. How the fuck do I get out? The gate never opens.
Well, it is under lockdown, Phil, so no shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god, the audio. Phil, you are really terrible when it comes to in-game audio. It's louder than you. See what I mean? It's so goddamn loud. And mine's on the highest setting.
None of these gates open, so I can't leave.
Well, no shit. Lockdown.
There's no way out.
Huh, and now he wonders why he has barely any support. All right, it's because of dumb shit like this.
He's blocked all the gates. Look. Look. Open. Ah.
You know, I could just be watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia right now, but instead I'm watching this.
Done. Lost them.
Yeah, congrats. Whoa, who cares? You just get one clap from that.
So.
Trust me, I feel the exact same fucking way.
Oh. People are saying we've hit 100 likes. Indeed, we have. We got 104 likes on the stream today. Thank you, guys. Let's
Thanks a lot, deadheads. You gave me likes, but where's my money?
do a bubble blow for you. Guys, I would really appreciate it if we can get some more support of some kind. No matter what it is, it would be nice, whether it's, you know, tips or super chats or memberships. This has been dead for like 2 hours.
Remember, guys, he loves making meaningful content for you all, but at the end of the day, if you're not giving him money, there is no meaning to it. The lazy man has no fucking meaning to existence if he's not making any money from this.
So, anything would be appreciated, especially yesterday. I had a very slow day. It would be great. We could have a little bit of last-minute support. Again, we didn't hit a tips goal yesterday. We didn't, you know, can we please maybe hit the tier 1 today or something? Would be great. All right.
Please give me money, or else I'm gonna go end it all in Minecraft.
All right? Thank you in advance to anyone who supports the next hour. Yes, I did.
Yeah, please give me the money, or else I'm gonna go stalk raving madman.
How are you not hearing that? Newsflash, asshole! I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time! I'm down.
Phil, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just staring at this in, like, curiosity. What the fuck are you doing?
Shit. Shit. Shit.
Well, we all know what he's doing again. Stalling, 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 stalling.
No. No.
Looks at his fucking chat, hoping that tips would come in while he's acting like a goddamn clown. And nothing came up, so he's kind of sad. I mean, look at him. Look at Gaudo Dinero over here, looking so sad.
Okay, let's continue on, everyone.
Why did he mute his mic? I think he was doing something stupid, but I don't even care at this point.
I'm just going to say one last reminder, and this will be it. If anyone wants to support the stream, that would be great.
Jesus Christ, he's still complaining about not making money on his tips goals. My God, Phil, if you cared about making content, that would not be fucking important to you at all. But as we keep saying, you care more about making the money while crowdfunding more than the actual games itself. Really sad.
Yesterday was a pretty slow support day. This stream, sadly, is more of the same. I don't know if people are waiting for the new releases to come out or whatever it may be.
Phil, nobody gives a shit if you play the hot new releases, as you call them. It's due to the fact that you're not entertaining. And when you try to be entertaining, it comes across as annoying.
That this playthrough's kind of overstayed its welcome.
Even though you said that people were wanting you to play this game and you proclaimed it to be the anniversary run.
Personally, I'm still enjoying it.
Even though it's clear as day that you're not and you're trying to rush.
I don't remember what happens next. So for me, I'm still having a good time. I hope that you guys who do come out for this game have been enjoying the streams. And if you could support it in some way, I'd very much appreciate it.
Goddamn, the begging has no bounds. He does not want to stop begging.
And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So shout out to Nathan. Nathan gifted a membership, and it went to Christian.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan. Thank you for giving.
Congratulations on Christian for getting the gifted membership. Thank you, Nathan, for supporting the channel today. It was our second new membership of the day. Second new membership of the day.
Jesus Christ. He's not making any memberships. I kind of want to say that's a good day.
So thank you very much, Ichiban, for an $18 tip. That means we at least hit the tier 1 tips goal today. Thank you for that.
God damn it.
Finally, I get to put on my Gunner glasses for the first time in like 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. 3 fucking days he didn't wear his stupid Gunner glasses. And by the time he finally wears it, it's the end of the stream. Just for Grand Theft Auto 5. Woo. Also, fuck you, Memeology. I don't need Nightmare Fuel, goddamn! And at around this point, I would actually go into Street Fighter Soul, but it was just the same thing as earlier. He kept bitching and complaining that he wasn't getting enough support, and he kept begging all the way through. But that's the key word behind it. He wants support with it. And when he doesn't get support, he is very confused of why he doesn't get it. And tries to stall as much as he can while being an annoying little clown. It's like, Phil, the reason why nobody wants to support you is because they could see your bullshit. You lost some of your fucking whales because of obligations that they're dealing with themselves, or they're kind of opening their eyes to see how big of a piece of shit you are and they move on. Or they're just not going to contribute anymore. Probably ran out of money. But Phil, like I keep saying and everybody keeps telling you, if you cared about this, money should not be a fucking issue. But it's clear as day, you're in it for the money, and yada yada yada, into that good sunset for once you came. Back to Connecticut or whatever you want to go to. It's like the whole thing, the whole stream that he just did was just him bitching and complaining about statistics and support. Even though he'll never get that support as he once did. You see throughout the entirities of this year where his support is dwindling by the minute. Each new event never makes enough money as the ones before it. But with that said and done, we'll move on to the Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented. May we never become a beggar like Darkside Phil, and for the love of God, may we never become a streamer like Phil that's constantly in it for the money and just do what we love to do. Playing video games, shooting the shit with the audience, and just overall having a better time than he will. Amen.